Hey everybody, it's Don Sill here again with another review of stand-up comedy. This time, there's been a lot of hype going on with the Golden Globes, Joe Coy performance, his opening monologue. So this has been a big buzz lately. By the time this airs, I don't know if it's going to be cooled off or what's going to happen, but it just happened pretty much. But Joe Coy was asked to perform and host the 2024 Golden Globe Awards. Um, like 10 days prior, he got asked. I guess there's a last minute decision. They got Joe Coy to come and do it. Now Joe Coy is a seasoned comic. I always kind of related to him because he is also half white, half Filipino, just like me, even though I think he might be a little bit more Filipino because I think it's his mother is 100% Filipino. For me, it's my grandmother. But in any case, I always enjoyed Joe Coy. I enjoyed his comedy. I think he's really, really one of the good ones that around today. Um, but he's getting a lot of pushback on his performance that he just recently did, and I think it's you know, this whole. I only saw little bits and pieces of it. I haven't watched the whole thing full, and I think it has a lot to do with Your Highness Taylor Swift didn't like, she has no sense of humor and she couldn't take a joke about herself or whatever it was.
The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear. There's just more to go to here. Sorry about that.
But we're going to watch this right now. We're going to kind of evaluate Joe Coy and what he did there. So let's share this. And we'll see. Hold on. And share the screen. Joe Coy. All right, here we go. So let's watch this. This is Joe Coy at the. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it when I do that. Here we got Joe Coy at the Golden Globes.
Welcome to the 81st Annual Golden Globes. I'm your host, Joe Coy. Look, I'm just taking this all in. Let me look around. I'm taking this all in. I'm so excited to be here. This is a dream come true, not just for me, but for everybody in here. We all dreamt of this moment. And look at this. Look at this room. Look around. I mean, like look around. Look, Kevin Costner's here. Kevin Costner's never here. Kevin's like in a mountain with a cow or something, but today he's here.
That's
Don
good.
Cheadle's here. I'm just looking around. Everybody's here. Like, this is a good night. And I got the best seat in the house. When I was a kid growing up, I used to watch this show, and I would stay up late with my family, just trying to guess who would win. And every time my mom would say, "It's Meryl Streep, stupid." Who else is going to win? She wins every time. And she was right. You do. You win all the time. That's why when the Golden Globes called me and asked me if
I guess with the Globes type of thing, again, the odds of me ever performing for the Golden Globes are next to zero. I doubt it'll ever happen, or if I'll ever be on the Golden Globe stage. But I guess part of it is pander. Pander to the Hollywood elite, and softball jokes. No one wants to get slapped. So let's see. Let's continue on with this. So he's like pandering, some of them. It was just funny with Costner, being in the mountains and shit. So, all right, let's see.
I wanted to host. I jumped to the chance and I said, yes. And then they asked me if I saw every movie and every TV show. And then I said, yes. I lied. I only watched Beef. I love you, Allie. You know what I mean? It's mandatory. I'm Asian. But not only that, it killed. You killed it, Allie. But anyway, I'm sorry. I want to tell you that the minute I signed the contract, I did. I locked myself in the room and I started to binge watch everything. I watched everything while my family was out there clanking champagne glasses and ringing in the new year. I was watching Oppenheimer. I loved Oppenheimer. I just got one complaint. Needed another hour. I felt like it needed some more backstory. My New Year's resolution for 2024 is to finish Oppenheimer in 2025. Like, seriously, I'm almost there. I love Oppenheimer, especially the first season.
See, I feel like his set is it would be so much better if the audience was into it. I feel like the audience is very flat. Maybe they didn't have enough to drink yet or something, I just feel like it's the audience. Like they say in comedy, never blame the audience, you know? That you got to take accountability for your own self and your performance. And yeah, to a degree, I agree with that. But in this case, this audience is flat. Like he's making Oppenheimer jokes and they cut to Downey and he's just like hardly laughing, you know? Drop my pen. But it's just, you know, they don't seem into it. They don't seem into it. I think they're all worried that they're going to get Gervaised. But let's see what happens.
Oppenheimer answered a lifelong question that's been on my mind for years. Yes, scientists do get laid, as long as they look like Cillian Murphy. Oppenheimer and Barbie are competing for cinematic box office achievement.
It was a crazy year of Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer is based on a 721-page Pulitzer Prize-winning book about the Manhattan Project. And Barbie is on a plastic doll with big boobies. I watched Barbie. I loved it. I really did love it. I don't want you guys to think that I'm a creep, but it was kind of weird being attracted to a plastic doll. Just something about your eyes, right?
See, and now, okay. So this schmuck bag, whatever you think of him, whatever. The fact that he's not smiling or laughing or playing along and sitting there like he's too cool for school with this fucking tan and his shirt buttoned down his nipples, and the guy, come on, Gosling, you have a sense of humor in there somewhere, even though that Barbie catastrophe probably washed it all out of you. And I've seen the Barbie movie, and I don't know, maybe it's because I have testosterone running through my veins. I didn't get it. I knew what it was. I got it. I understood it, but I didn't get it. I didn't understand this. Like, why? Why is it up for awards? But anyway, it's schmuck bags like this. When you get an audience filled of goslings, of course you're gonna bomb. Anybody would bomb. All right, let's see.
Whole show, just close your eyes, Mark. Everyone just looks into your eyes. And Margot, it's not always about you. The key moment in Barbie is when she goes from perfect beauty to bad breath, cellulite, and flat feet. Or what casting directors call character actor.
That's a good inside joke. That's inside baseball right there.
Some other people wrote. Robert De Niro's here. Yo, I got the gig 10 days ago. You want a perfect monologue? Yo.
See, this is where now you could shift onto Joe Coy. So far, I felt the stuff was going nice. You know, just the audience wasn't 100% in. But then, you know, he goes and he realizes that's not going, that he's not killing them. They're not in tears pounding the table. So then what does he do? Blames the writers. Then he says he only had 10 days to do it. So now he's making up excuses. And that's kind of when you set yourself up to fail, because now you're telling people the weaknesses. So now they're looking for the flaws, right? So.
Oh, shut up. You're kidding me, right? Slow down. I wrote some of these, and they're the ones you're laughing at. Look.
See, and also it's like he's actually, I think he's fake mad. Like I think he's playing, but it could come across as he's legitimately mad right now. And then he says, you know, the ones you're laughing at are the ones I wrote, okay? And they only had 10 days, okay? You guys should be laughing at all this, you know. I should be the hero. All right. Anyway, I still love you, Joe Coy, if you're watching this.
Robert De Niro's here. I'm sorry, I'm a fan. I'm fanning out. I love you, Robert. Okay? If it's awkward, I'm sorry. I had to do that in front of you. I know it sucks. I'm a bit awestruck. This guy's amazing. Decade after decade. He just kills it every single time. I don't know how you do it, man. I swear to God. Your last performance has got to be your greatest performance ever. How'd you get her pregnant at 80?
How did you get her pregnant at 80?
CGI?
How did you? How did you, De Niro? I don't think you did. Better check the pool boy.
Is he looking? Is he looking? You talking to me? By the way, Killers of the Flower Moon is so great. Killers of the Flower Moon, the cast is here. Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, you guys crushed it. Crushed it. The one thing I learned about that movie is that white people stole everything. You guys stole everything. Not like 97%. You guys stole 100% of everything. You took the land.
So it wouldn't be a woke festivity without a little white bashing, I suppose. Yeah, we took everything.
You took the land. You took the oil. You took the premise of the movie. What, that was your premise? That's hilarious, I don't care. It's just that the room is really white.
Yeah, blame the room.
It's like, yeah, we did take it, and?
Blame the room.
I watched Saltburn. I watched Saltburn. You know what I loved about Saltburn? I learned that satanic families have feelings too. Is Barry Keoghan here? Where's Barry Keoghan seated? Where are you? Right. Where's your penis seated? Down front? That was the real star.
I haven't seen Saltburn. I suppose the guy's got a huge
penis.
shaft.
If you haven't seen Saltburn, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So watch it. Then you'll understand what I was talking about. And then right after that, watch Barbie. And then you're gonna be like, something's missing. And then watch Maestro, and you'll be like, oh, there it is. It's on Bradley Cooper's face.
That was because
That's hilarious!
the big nose he had to wear for that movie.
I was watching Maestro. I was like, that thing was dancing in Saltburn. One thing that this show taught me
funny.
is if you're a billionaire, pull out. None of them are going to be like you. There's going to be a bad version of you. Just pull out. There's billionaires in here. Pull out. Upstairs. Leave it in, whatever. Succession has 9 nominations. And I just want to, wow, that's it? But you got more? You're like clapping like 9, really? Just a great series about a rich, white, dysfunctional family, all scheming. Oh no, that's The Crown. I'm sorry. How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good. Prince Harry called her and asked her for money. Like I said, I didn't write all these. That one's not mine. Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix. I have a deal too. Chill. You guys are acting like only murderers are in the building. 5 nominations tonight. On that show, you don't know whose side to be on. That's how I feel about Daryl Hall and John Lewis. My mom loves you. Everybody loves you, Meryl. You know my favorite line from you, legendary. This one I hold in my heart. I say it to all of you. Like every time, the way you said it, it just stuck with me. The way you said, Wakanda forever. It's brilliant. Do it again. Like, you better cross. Wakanda forever. Do it. Yes! That's it! Speaking of Wakanda forever, here's some hints about our first presenter. I'm gonna give you some hints. You ready? Think all-powerful, beloved by the people she rules over, a regal queen. Oprah, it's not about you. That's not you. It's a different queen. It's Angela Bassett. Please welcome Golden Globe winner, star of 911, Angela Bassett, and the Golden Globe winner who likes to be
To be honest with you, that was not
Hot Jesus,
so
Jared
bad.
Leto.
They made it in the media. They made it sound way worse. I was expecting this guy to bomb hard. It wasn't that bad. I think if there was no reporting on it, this would have just, been a normal, every day, every year type of performance. But I think we're putting so much more emphasis on the host of the show within the last decade. It's been like more and more important. Like it wasn't even this big of a deal when Billy Crystal got it, like, the Oscars, like all these years in a row. It started becoming a big deal. I don't know, maybe with the Ricky Gervais stuff, and then the host started getting more bold and all that, and then obviously with the cancel culture and people being so sensitive, I think it started to be more of a bigger deal. And I think uh, who there was a comic, I think it was Michael Che, and I agree with him. Michael Che said that comedians shouldn't do these shows anymore because they get ridiculed too much. The audience isn't into it. There's just too much drama, after Will Smith and Smack, and then they keep trying to make it a thing. It's you know what it is with the host. It's similar to the hoopla of the Super Bowl um, performance, the halftime performance. Back in the day, it was just a halftime. You watch it, and then it slowly escalated, and they kept evolving it and building on it, and then like Michael Jackson, Prince, those are probably my two favorites of all time was the Michael Jackson one, the Prince, and then after that it was just like MTV took hold of it for a while, produced it, and then they had the malfunction with Janet Jackson, the little boob comes falling out, and then MTV loses it, but they still keep this thing. It's still a big deal, and I think because there's so much emphasis on that small portion of the event, it loses its luster. It's nothing. It's always going to disappoint. Very rare are you going to see a host or a halftime show and go, "Wow, man, it was way better than I thought." But in this case, I think Joe Coy's, uh, it was fine. I didn't see anything wrong with it whatsoever, other than he blaming the writers and things like that when he started to feel a dip. But that's just defense mechanism. I think the crowd wasn't really into it, and I think they started to warm up. I honestly think they didn't have enough juice, enough, whining and dining and alcohol prior to it kicking off. And yeah, but overall, Joe Coy did a fine job with that. Kudos to Joe Coy, man. My half white, half Filipino brother, man. Peace.